Hey everyone, welcome to the West Coast Barbell Club exercise library. Right now we're going to have a look at the front squat. Okay, not one that most of my clients enjoy having programmed in, but I do think it can be a really useful exercise variation, particularly for those where we want to target the quads a little bit more, allow them to be able to maintain a more upright position throughout the squat, okay, as long as they can get into the front rack position that's required in order to perform these properly. Okay. Just a word of advice before we go into these. I'm going to be doing these on a conventional power bar, 29mm bar with pretty aggressive knurling, particularly with the center knurl, which differs from a 28mm Olympic bar, which will likely have a more passive knurling, and also more passive knurling through the center knurl too. Okay. If you train at a gym where you have access to a 28mm Olympic bar with more passive knurling while doing these, I would recommend using it. There's nothing wrong with doing front squats with a power bar, okay? But more often than not, what I'll find is that the center knurling tends to grade up people's chests while getting into the front rack position, and most don't like that, understandably. So getting hold of an Olympic bar while doing your front squats can often help, okay? Now, the best way that we can do a front squat is to get into a proper Olympic front rack position, as you would see performed during a clean, before going into a clean and jerk, if you've ever watched any Olympic lifting before. Okay, what we're going to do in order to get into position is place our hands somewhere between the center knurl and the first ring on knurling on the bar that you're using, okay? I generally prefer to get a little bit wider if I can, okay, with my grip position, okay? And I'm going to try and get as full a hand grip on the bar as possible, rather than just having it into my fingertips, okay, as you'll often see people do with a front squat, okay? But that does not mean having it deep in palm and positioning yourself where you're actually having to hold the bar with your arms in order to keep that front rack position, okay? We should be getting into a position where our elbows are as high as possible, so our triceps are almost parallel with the ground if we can. Okay, so that's going to look something like this. Okay. Nice high elbow position. You'll see how the bar's resting on my throat here and my front delts, okay? Standing tall, okay? Try and keep those elbows as high as possible throughout the movement, so it's going to look like this. Now, I'm a little bit rusty with these. I've not front squat for a fair while, okay, but I did used to have them in my programming quite a lot and did enjoy doing them. I'll be honest, a lot of people don't enjoy doing these. The sense of pressure on their throat is something that most don't appreciate. However, done properly, you will feel a fair bit of pressure on your throat. You want to be able to do your best to breathe in between reps as you normally would, okay? But if it's off your throat a little, and certainly if your elbows are dropping down and you're holding the bar like this, okay, that's going to become the limiting factor before your legs, okay? Ideally, we want the bar sat on the shelf that we create in and around our front delt here and across our collarbones, okay, and up against the throat, okay, in order to be able to maintain that nice high elbow position in the front rack, okay? You'll notice as I perform those there, I'm considerably more upright as compared to a low bar squat, albeit I'm doing these in flat shoes, when I would definitely normally do my front squats in a heeled lifting shoe, okay? So forgive me if you have got front squats in your program, you will survive, okay? And hopefully grow to enjoy them, fingers crossed, okay? That's our front squat, thank you.